organic, unpredictable, unknown, lovely, beautiful, a sense of fulfillment. This is part of the pleasures of life and not the chores of life.
Today on Daily Iowan TV, we kick off an exciting new semester here at the University of Iowa. Block Party, the class of 2020 heads over to President Harold's. In the closing ceremonies, the 2016 Rio Games come to a close.
Iowa football is only 11 days away, and we have your summer update.
Also, field hockey gets one of their star players back for her senior season.
All of that and more is coming your way. This is Daily Iowan TV. Good morning, Iowa City. I'm Nikki Crossway, and these are today's latest stories. As the sun sets on the last day of summer, a new day dawns in the school year, bringing with it a new batch of Hawkeyes. Chris Cervantes reports with more.
For countless years now, the President's Block Party has served as a fanfare-filled welcome to the University of Iowa's incoming class. While the organization On Iowa has helped them adjust to the new lifestyle, each student has their own reason for choosing the school as a future alma mater.
Yeah, I really fell in love with the campus and all the friendly people around.
Well, I have family that lives here, and I love Iowa City, and the financial aid was pretty good.
Despite the high hopes of the freshmen, there may be some aspects of Iowa City life that will take some time getting used to.
I mean, it's difficult to be in a new environment and meet new people and everything, so that was hard to adjust to.
Figuring out where the classes are and stuff, like I tried today, and it was kind of hard to get around.
University President Bruce Harold, on the other hand, remains hopeful for his incoming Hawkeyes, thinking that they're going to do just fine.
The largest we've had ever in the history of the University of Iowa. But I think more importantly, as someone said earlier today, it's the most prepared in all respects. And in fact, in some ways, as you can see around here, more energetic, more enthused. They're just psyched to be here.
Just like any Hawkeye, these freshmen are determined to make it through the years, trials and all. Reporting from Iowa City, this is Chris Cervantes, Daily Iowan TV.
One major change students may have noticed when getting ready for the new semester is the ability to change their gender pronouns on their records. Students can now select the pronouns they identify with by logging into myuiowa.edu. This change is in response to students' concerns that their records didn't accurately reflect their gender identity. The inaccuracy of the records had been troubling to students who would struggle to explain their identity to professors and faculty. Some of the new options will include gender-neutral pronouns such as they, them, theirs, or ze, he, hers. The University of Iowa Athletics proposal for gender equity has been rejected. The university requested to give men and women equal opportunities in 13 areas such as facilities and equipment. They attempted several times to pass their complaint, but the federal government has declined because the information in the complaint is insufficient. Despite this effort, the athletes' gender equity remains unresolved. The University of Iowa Hospital and Clinics announced clinical trials to prevent the spread of yellow fever. Yellow fever is a mosquito-borne illness that can cause potential severe infections. The virus is usually transmitted by a bite from an infected female mosquito. The National Institute of Allergy and Infectious Diseases has already begun a clinical trial to prevent yellow fever in addition to the trial from the University of Iowa. An Iowa City man is facing multiple charges after violently assaulting a woman on a drive to Illinois. 30-year-old Junior Roldan gave his passenger multiple injuries by punching her into a ditch and beating her with a crowbar. Roldan had been ordered to have no contact with the woman after a previous domestic assault. He is now in custody on willful injury and domestic abuse charges. The weather is off to a gorgeous start for classes, but will that trend continue through the rest of the week? Let's get the latest from Becca Skadden in the weather studio. Becca?
Thanks, Nikki. We're kicking off the new semester with some high temperatures and sunny skies. So if you have a long walk to classes this week, don't worry, the weather looks like it will be cooperating. This afternoon, we're looking at temperatures in the low 70s with sunny skies. Tonight will be about the same with temperatures warming up slightly and clear skies. Tomorrow morning, we can expect temperatures to stay in the low 70s with partly cloudy skies. Looking ahead at the rest of our week, We can expect temperatures to warm up as the week continues. However, some cloudy skies and rainy days may be heading our way. Monday, temperatures will be around the upper 70s for most of the day with sunny skies. Tuesday is looking like the warmest day of our week with a high of 84 and partly cloudy skies. Wednesday has our best chance of precipitation with a 60% chance of thunderstorms. However, the skies should clear up by Thursday with temperatures around the high 60s to lower 70s. As we head into the weekend, you can expect partly cloudy skies to continue with temperatures around the high 60s and low 70s. Have a great first week of school, Hawkeyes. Nikki, back to you.
Construction in Iowa City has been at an all-time high over the past few months, but one area is putting on the finishing touches. Daily Iowan TV's Cole Johnson has the details.
Summer in Iowa City has been filled with construction, but as the school year begins, the projects across the city are beginning to come to a close. The City of Iowa City website says one of their main projects, the Open Washington campaign, should be wrapping up within the next month. The Open Washington campaign began back in April. The purpose is to expand the sidewalks and even add a few parallel parking spaces to the downtown area. The City of Iowa City has been working all summer to make this construction as pain-free as possible. An example of this is that they allowed the citizens of Iowa City to help decorate the construction area with ribbons just like this one. But despite city officials' best efforts, the construction did take a toll on a few of the businesses.
I would say that June was probably the most challenging because we had a little dust and noise, that sort of thing.
As the street slowly opens up, it's back to business as usual for the downtown area.
With students coming back, it's at a great point. We're opening up. As you can see, the streets are much wider.
And despite the long summer full of construction, Iowa City residents are excited about the results.
It's been a little stressful, downtown for the last month, 2 months, whatever it's been. But looking at it today, you can definitely see the progress and everything looks a little bit cleaner and brighter, and it's going to be a lot of fun to see when it's finished.
Reporting from Washington Street, Cole Johnson, Daily Iowan TV.
A new CAMBOS route is giving students greater access to campus cultural resources. Starting today, the University of Iowa Parking and Transportation will have a route designated for getting students to many of the West Side resource centers, such as the LGBT Resource Center and Afro-American Cultural Center. This change is in response to students' concerns about the challenges of getting to these locations on campus. The route will run daily from 1 p.m. to 11 p.m. Bread Garden to Go, the popular staple of downtown Iowa City, will now be offering made-to-order meals for people on the go starting this fall. Customers will be able to approach a kiosk, selecting their food, and have the kitchen instantly prepare it. This store will be expanding their menu as well, which will now have some delicious vegan and gluten-free options. It's time to bid farewell to the 2016 Olympics. Last night's closing ceremony marked the end of the Summer Games, and they went out in style. Acts including spectacular fireworks shows and Japan's Prime Minister jumping out of a green tube dressed as Mario. This year's highly viewed Olympic broadcast saw the U.S. coming out on top with 121 total medals. The world is going to have to wait another 4 years, however, to enjoy the next edition of the Games in Tokyo, Japan. While the games in Rio have come to a close, things are just heating up for the Iowa Hawkeyes. Ashlyn and Colin, how are the Hawks looking this year?
Ashlyn, definitely a disappointing 2015 end to the Hawkeye season after the heartbreaking loss to Stanford in the Rose Bowl. But, the Hawks are looking good for this season.
That's right, Colin. Even though they do have a harder schedule this year, with the return of C.J. Beathard and Desmond King, the Hawks could have another historic year ahead of them.
Obviously, last year was extremely successful. This season, though, they returned 14 starters, 7 on the defense and 7 on the offense.
There's a lot riding on this 2016 team, but they had to get through the summer first. And Taylor Brooks has our summer football update.
It was the perfect 12-0 season until the postseason came with 2 big losses for Iowa. But the goals don't change this upcoming year, especially with a clean slate.
Obviously, we have a new year. It's a 2016 team. We haven't done anything on the field yet. No one has. So we know that we have to go in each day. We have to prepare, or we're going to go out on Saturdays and get beat.
We've got a lot of goals and things that we want to accomplish this season. I think that was started by how we finished last season. We know what it takes to get there, get to that point, to play for a Big Ten championship, play for a Rose Bowl, and we know what it took to get there. So we're going to have to take the next step forward to get there again, except win this time.
Basically, since 1999, when we got here, our goal's been the same, to be Big Ten champions. And I think what it comes down to, all you can ask for is opportunity. We feel like we do have a solid foundation built right now. Feel really good about the staff. I alluded to that last year, and pretty much in whole, we're going into the staff into year 4 together now.
It's going on 4 in 5 years for a lot of players too, and these seniors are ready to be the face of their squad.
This team, it feels that in a way that leaving off where we left off from last year with the leadership and the senior class from last year, that was a good batch.
For the guys to be able to look up to me is a big honor, and you know, I don't take that lightly.
But there will be challenges, some that they've already faced, including a couple of injuries.
Jonathan Parker is in camp right now. You'll see he's got one of those little scooter deals. He had a foot surgery about 10 days ago now, so he is clearly not practicing. I don't know, we're probably looking at weeks here. I don't know how many.
Aside from the injuries, Iowa did finish up with fall camp on Saturday. And then just one day later, the AP Top 25 polls came out for the first time this season, tagging Iowa at number 17th. But of course, we all know Iowa does not care anything about those rankings. With the Iowa Hawkeyes reporting outside Kinnick Stadium, this has been Taylor Brooks with Daily Iowan TV Sports.
Throughout the next 2 weeks and leading up to the first game, our football crew will be going through player previews and position previews.
Starting with none other than the quarterback himself, CJ Beathard, on Tuesday's show. But Iowa football isn't the only team kicking off their fall season.
The Iowa field hockey team looks to start off strong after ending last season on a heartbreaking loss to Michigan.
Now the team is focused on getting back to the top of the Big Ten Conference with some help from old and new faces. Mary Kate Herron tells us more.
As the Iowa field hockey team gets ready to begin their season, the team welcomes back Natalie Cofone, who previously sat out last fall due to a shoulder injury. Cofone was named All-American and Big Ten Player of the Year, and it is safe to say she's ready for her final season here at Iowa. Along with Cofone being back, the team welcomes 5 incoming freshmen who are expected to make a major impact on the field this year.
It was obviously a struggle without her at times last year, but it also made everybody else step up and really have to play a different role. So it's awesome to have her back. She's worked really hard to recover from her injuries that happened twice, and she's looking to be in top form right now.
Super excited. Obviously different learning experience for me last year, so it's been really cool watching everyone grow another year. So I'm really thankful for this opportunity to be able to play with them one last season. Being on the side, I was able to watch every single game, watch and learn from a tactical point of view. So that was always a weaker part of my game. So I was able to really learn more from the coaching on the sideline and from what my teammates were producing on the field.
It's key. Nat obviously is a powerhouse up front, but we're so happy to have her back, score some goals. She's so energetic and she provides a lot of energy for the team, and we feed off of her.
First of all, they all have done a very good job this summer being prepared, coming in physically, which definitely sets freshmen apart right away. Probably the two that will see the field right away will be Katie Birch and Sophie Sunderland. They're both from England. Katie was actually the captain of our under-18 national team. They just won a bronze medal this July in the European Championships, and it's looking like she'll be anchoring our defense probably in the center of the field. She has an awesome skill set, and we're just excited to have her back there. It's really going to change the way we outlet the ball.
We set out to win a championship, and I really feel this year we can do it. Like, we've got such a good vibe in the team, and it's just such a good atmosphere. Like I said, I really think we can go all the way this year and win championships.
Reporting from Grant Field, this is Mary Kate Herron, Daily Iowan TV Sports.
The Hawkeye season opener will be on the road at Wake Forest on Saturday, August 27th.
There's one team here at Iowa who has already begun their season, and that's Iowa soccer.
This past weekend, the team traveled to Creighton and Mizzou and split both those games.
The team fell to Creighton 5-3 and was said to be a tough lesson for our young Hawkeye team, but they quickly bounced back and beat Missouri 2-1 on Sunday afternoon.
Iowa's back on the road for a matchup against Eastern Michigan, and that game is slated for a 4:30 p.m. start. As we mentioned in the Olympics earlier, a Hawkeye great did fail in his shot to an Olympic title.
Daniel Dennis lost in the opening round on Rio on Friday to Bulgaria's Vladimir Dubov.
Tough loss, but it was Dennis's first Olympics. Nikki, that's it from us. Back to you.
That's all we have for you today on Daily Iowan TV. Be sure to check out our website, dailyiowan.com, at 11 a.m. for all the latest news between now and Friday. For Daily Iowan TV, I'm Nikki Crossway. Have a great day, Iowa City.